want to celebrate July 4th, maybe those are the right vibe for you. What's going on YouTube? Taylor Print is back here with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the week 11 drop list for Supreme. This is just a partial list. They haven't dropped all of it yet, but I'm actually on vacation, so I'm probably not going to be able to make a video whenever they end up doing the full drop list. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get right on into it. So they were going to do some like Malcolm X stuff for this drop, but it looks like that's been pushed to a later drop. So the first item we have here are these pillows, and I think these pillows are going to be like $450 for retail. That's the guesstimate that I saw on Sub Community, I believe. Well, I think this would be something that's really cool to have. I'm just not really willing to pay that much for pillows at this point in my life, but I do think these are super cool, and these are something that I would love to have around my house. I love like house items from Supreme and Bape and stuff, and right now I still live at home, but eventually when I move out, I'll start to buy some of these pieces to kind of spruce up my own home and give myself that kind of like hype beastie house. But yeah, I thought these were really cool, and yeah, just cool to see them do like an actual pillow, because I'm sure there are tons of fakes online that you can buy. Jules Pansu is not a brand I'm familiar with, but I imagine they're pretty high quality pillows. And next we have the Nike Supreme Zoom Airflight 95s. So these are a shoe that I don't really love, but I do like the colorways that they did, and I like the paisley that they added around it, and I like the Supreme going around this like little back bubble of the shoe, but I just don't love the silhouette of the sneaker. If you guys are fans of streetwear and have been following it for a while, you probably saw the pictures with Bloody Dior and Bloody Osiris. So here we are looking at the pictures of Bloody Dior and Bloody Osiris wearing them. So these are two people that I've looked up to in the fashion like ever since I really got into it, especially Bloody Osiris. I knew about him before Dior, but he obviously like put me on to Dior. Not the brand, but Bloody Dior the person. And yeah, they're just two of the biggest trendsetters in New York fashion, it seems like, especially Bloody Osiris. He's kind of got the game on lock. He does a lot of those like runway type of looks that most people wouldn't be able to wear, but he always takes really cool photos. He's in that same group as like Ray's Corrupted Mind, who's a really popular photographer for Travis Scott, if you're familiar with any of them. But him and Kay Sachi, and I think even like Ian Connor was kind of in that group, and like Lucas Sabat. When I was really getting into fashion, they're the people that I looked up to. So it's cool to see the Supreme getting and showing them some love with like actual posts, having them model the stuff. And yeah, I thought these pictures were really cool. I think they do a really good job at modeling and knowing how to take pictures and make pieces look cooler than they actually are. And it'll be interesting to see when this Supreme Vans and stuff comes out, because I think these pieces are actually pretty cool. Not really something that I could see myself wearing, but I do think they're cool pieces with that being said. And yeah, I thought they did a really good job with these photo shoots. I feel like Supreme's creative direction this season as far as photography has been really well. Like the stuff that they did with Tyshawn and Julia Fox on the airplane, I thought was really, really awesome. And yeah, they're just doing a really good job of making the items that they're promoting look cool. So obviously that's something you want from a brand, but I do think they're excelling in that right now, and I hope that they keep up the good work. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the sneakers, and moving on, we're gonna go into the rest of the clothes. So the next thing we have is Supreme Umbro collab, and Umbro is a pretty popular like soccer brand, and they made these tracksuits, and I think these are pretty cool. These are something that I could probably actually see myself wearing on like a one-time occasion. I'm not a big like tracksuit kind of guy, but these give me like mobster type of vibes. I could see Chris from The Sopranos wearing this, which has been kind of on par for this season. I feel like they've done a lot of like kind of mob inspired stuff, and I think these will result in some really cool fits. And hopefully like a lot of the big soccer players will end up wearing it, like Bellerin or somebody like that who's really into the fashion scene in the soccer world. That would just be like the perfect combination. And then next we've got this denim jacquard embroidery type of thing, and I actually really like these jackets, especially the cream one, but I would probably rock all these jackets. The hats, not really my favorite, which is funny because in my last video I actually said that I love trucker hats, and I talked about how Supreme never really releases trucker hats. Well, they proved me wrong, but I don't like these. And then at the bottom here we've got some denim shorts made out of the same exact material as the jackets, and while I think the pattern's really cool, I don't love these shorts. Maybe the cream ones could be cool, but the actual denim ones, the darker ones, not a big fan of. And then we've got these stretch logo sweat tops and sweat shorts, and yeah, I don't like these. I don't like any of the colorways. If I were to pick one, it would go black, just because that's my kind of style, but I really don't like these. I don't really have much else to say other than I don't like them. And next we've got the Instant High Patches hoodie. So this is not something that I really like either. I do kind of like the idea of having like the collage of logos and just like random pieces of art, but none of the pieces of art like really seem that cool to me. I just don't love the design selection here, and I don't know how I feel about the piece on the hood. It'll be interesting to see if there's anything on the front, but I do kind of like just the idea of this, and I think maybe they could execute it better in the future. Kind of reminds me of the Migos album cover for the first Culture, but I do like this type of artwork, just not something that I love the execution on, if that makes sense. Idea was cool, execution not there for me. And then next we've got these two-tone sweaters. I don't like any of these either. I feel like these are like for like 40-year-old men. Definitely got to be a little older to wear these, I feel like. And yeah, just a hard pass for me. And then moving on to these pants with the pockets. And I don't mind these, but at the same time I don't really like them. I like the black pair and the cream pair a lot more than I like the denim pair and the camo pair. I think the denim is kind of just like a weird wash, and I'm not really a big fan of camo pants, and especially not like red, white, and blue ones. Although if you want to celebrate July 4th, maybe those are the right vibe for you. And then moving on, we've got these shirts. F everything for real. I feel like this is just kind of tacky. I wasn't able to find more pictures of these and to see if they have anything on the front. Obviously you've got this like stitching going down from the neck to the shoulders, and on the sleeve it says game over. Yeah, I think these are just really bad. I feel like I would kind of just make fun of somebody that I saw wearing this. It seems tacky and just corny all around. And I actually like the silhouette of the shirt if just the design aspect on the shirt, like the logos and stuff, were different and didn't have like vulgar language. For some reason, I'm not a fan of wearing explicit language on my clothes, and that's not because I think there's just like really anything morally wrong with it or anything. I just feel like it's tacky in a lot of situations and not something that I really like to wear. So this piece is another hard pass for me. And then the next is the word bubble tee. So it just says a bunch of different little things in here. It looks like it says Supreme, C'est la vie. I can't make out the other words. It looks like a lot of it's in French, just like short French phrases, which I don't know much French. C'est la vie, obviously a pretty common phrase, but the other phrases I'm actually not sure what they mean. So if anyone knows their French, let me know down below. Another piece that I feel like I don't really love, just looks kind of cheap to me and seems like something like a little kid would be wearing. And then next for the t-shirts, we've got really small box logos. As you guys can tell, it's got that tiny little logo. And the first one we're looking at here is a leopard print. I think the leopard print is actually my favorite. These shirts aren't bad, not something that I'm super hyped about either, but they are something that if I stumbled across them for like below retail or close to retail, maybe I would buy them just to have in my collection as like just a basic tee. I feel like I need to have more basic tees going into spring and summer because I'm kind of lacking in my t-shirt game. So maybe this would be something I would add, but I'm not going out of my way to pick up a piece like this. And then next we've got the Franklin batting gloves. So I kind of hate baseball. I don't know. That's just me. But I think we'll see a lot of annoying pictures with these where people look really stupid. I've never understood why people want to buy Supreme gloves. I guess it makes sense if you're a baseball player. It'd be pretty cool, especially if like, you're in the MLB. I think it would be awesome to wear them. But for regular people, I don't see any reason to be buying them. This is another piece that I'm just not really excited about. This week really does not have much in store for me. The only items I would wear is the denim jacquard jackets, especially the cream one. I do think it's the best of everything released this week. And then the Umbro stuff, I would definitely wear the Umbro stuff. Like I said, I'm not a huge tracksuit guy. It's not really my vibe, but I do think they look pretty cool. And I am excited to see what fits we see from big soccer players using these. I think Bellerin is like my go-to guy for soccer fashion. I'm not like super well versed in soccer, but I have a friend who like always tags me in posts and stuff. Shout out Kyle. But yeah, Bellerin is the best dressed in my opinion, at least that I've came across. So it'd be super sick to see him in this Umbro Supreme collab. And then the only other thing I would buy besides the denim jacket and the Umbro stuff is probably the pillows. And like I said earlier, they're just a little too expensive for me right now to be spending on pillows. If they were like $150, maybe I would try to get them, but like 3 times that is just asking a little too much for me right now. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and sit this week out. I actually didn't even touch on the other hats. Looks like we've got like 5 panel just box logo hats, and then we've got some hats that just say Supreme on the brim. And I've said this in my past videos, but I'm not really a fan of Supreme hats. I'm just not a huge hat guy in general, but I actually kind of like the box logo ones. I'm not a huge 5 panel guy. I think they are 5 panels, that's what it looks like. But like I've said in my last week's video, they are like a cool material. I'll have images that are kind of zoomed in on the hats so you guys can look at them. But I think Supreme has been really creative in the material that they've used for hats, and that's been cool to see, just them not settling for making hats that have been around forever, because it seems like for a while there they were using like the same silhouettes over and over and over again, and just with the same materials and just kind of changing up the colors and logos. So I think this is cool. Hopefully they keep innovating in the hat material space, which is funny because it's like such a niche thing, but I do think it's cool that they're taking the time to make creative hats, if that makes sense. And then these brim logo hats, boy, these are terrible. Yeah, these are just bad, man. Like, that's something I would never wear. Even if it was given to me for free, I wouldn't even wear it one day in my life. That would just be something I would either just sell if I could. I don't think there's gonna be many people who want to buy them, or just give away. I think that would be like a cool giveaway item. But yeah, this week, like I said earlier, not for me. Let me know down below what you guys are thinking. I think Supreme has had a couple of rough weeks in a row. With that being said, these are all just my opinions. If you guys have any different opinions, obviously that's okay. That's how fashion is. It's completely subjective. So don't take everything I say as like law. And yeah, always choose your own style. I know like a lot of people would probably be able to get cool fits off with some of these pieces that I just don't love, especially like those shorts. I feel like the shorts are pretty cool now that I'm actually like looking at them more, especially those cream ones. But yeah, the rest of the collection, not a fan. So if you guys are, let me know what pieces you're going to be planning on picking up this week. And let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously, like I said earlier, I am on vacation, so it's probably not the most ideal video. Sorry if there was any background noise. I am in my like hotel room. So yeah, hopefully it all worked out for you guys. But let me know what you guys are getting and if you're hyped for this week. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week. Have a good one.